I used to think my drawings looked flat just because I'm not a good artist, but it's more than that. I realized one thing is that I'm terrified of shadows. So, welcome to day one of a brand new little series I'm starting where we're not just watching tutorials, we're actually learning the basics together, starting from zero. Today, I'm finally face to face with one of my biggest art anxieties, which is learning about lighting and shadow. So, grab your sketchbook and let's get through this mess together. I'm working from a tutorial I found on Pinterest. Basically, it's just showing how the shadows come about in art. And I'll be practicing that today. I've always been so intimidated by that, and I've never taken the route of actually sitting and learning art theory or practicing art studies, things like that. So, we're getting into that. All of us beginner artists right now watching this video are getting into that so that we can improve our art intentionally, mindfully, and actually. They have two colors of the same shade or hue. See, that's something else I need to learn more about. And basically, the darker one is a shadow, and the lighter one shows where the light is touching. So, I'm practicing the theory and getting an understanding of this through this tutorial. I've always avoided shadows because I'm just afraid of ruining a clean sketch, but shadows are important. I realized that without them, art doesn't have a soul. It just sits on the page instead of live in the page, if you know what I mean. It's just there. And that is a really common trend amongst other art that I do. I don't know anything about shadows. I don't know anything about how to make it look deep, and it always felt like something was missing. As you can see here, I messed up my first ball, and I'm just going to be drawing in the light source so that I can better see or have an idea or better imagine the shadow and how exactly it forms. So, as we can tell, maybe from intuition, wherever the light is shining is brighter. So then it casts a shadow on the other side of the object. Even though I'm following the tutorial, I need to understand why some parts are lighter and why some parts are darker. Where do I put my shadows? That's the point of this practice. Considering the fact that I started with a simple sphere, I thought it would be pretty easy. It sounds easy, right? But surprisingly, finding the core shadow is pretty tricky. It's pretty tricky. And I think there's so much more to this as well. Like maybe a focal point, because how do I know where to put the shadow? Things like that. It's gonna take so much practice. And if you have any recommendations, leave them below. Have you been doing art studies? Have you been looking into art theory, shadows, lights, anatomy, maybe? Things like that. And also, what's your process? What did you start with? If you are a professional artist, what did you start with? Can you please give me some tips below? Because I'm really trying to get good. I really love doing art, and I even love this process I'm doing right now of just learning everything. A cast shadow is the dark shape that the object throws onto the ground. It's like the object is finally anchored to the ground. So without shadows in drawings, they just look flat. Let's pick some different colors for the cylinders. These colors are based on what's on the tutorial. I'm just going off of how I think they can match up. These are just two different shades of green, and I'm going to do the darker one for the shadow, and I'm going to use the lighter one where the light is shining. So let's go. Also, I think I should probably draw the lighter parts first and not the shadow first, but I don't know. Let's just practice. You're hanging out with a real beginner today. I'm not doing this perfectly. I mean, look at the smudges, look at the lines, they're not perfectly sharp. And I definitely am going too heavy with some of it. Also, I'm pretty sure that this shadow is not long enough, but I can't really do anything about that because that other cylinder is right next to it. So maybe I didn't space them properly. It's okay. It's definitely a beginner moment, but it's fine. We're just practicing. And I hope you're practicing along with me. I'm already liking these shadows more than the first ones I drew on this sphere. I'm already liking this way more. I think I chose the colors, more similar to the ones that are on the tutorial. I like these ones. I also think that the shade difference is perfect. One is not too bright, one is not too dark. They're not completely different. I'm kind of nervous about these cubes because I don't know if you remember from earlier, but on the Pinterest tutorial, it's using orange and green, and I don't know. These are also a little bit more tricky because the shape is not as straightforward. So the shape of the shadow isn't as straightforward. So I have to try and kind of imagine what it's like. I don't know. I'm still looking at the tutorial as a reference to help me whenever I'm completely lost because I am no shadow guru. I'm not good at this at all. So yeah, I'm still looking at the tutorial, using it to guide me, but I'm also trying to kind of do it on my own. The parts that are getting light are green and the shadow is orange. Everywhere that's dark is orange. This is still a bit tricky for me. Do you have any advice on how I can be better at this? Maybe I need to just continue practicing and continue doing more art studies. Yeah, I think that might be the solution. And watch some more videos, or watch some videos in the first place about shadows in art, because honestly, I haven't. I've just been so intimidated. I haven't even looked up videos about shadowing when it comes to drawing. And now it's time for the cones. I really like cones. If I were to choose two favorite shapes, 3D shapes, it would probably be the cone and the cylinder or sphere. I choose a sphere. Yeah, the cone and the sphere. And that makes ice cream. Yeah, if you put a sphere on top of a cone, it makes ice cream. Sorry for the rambling. You can just watch me color these shadows here. P.S. Maybe you can leave an ice cream cone emoji below if you heard that part and you agree that a cone and a sphere together look like ice cream. Let me know below and leave an ice cream emoji. I think I also did a good job choosing these two purples as well. They blend together really nicely. They're not way off. They're not too different. I think they're perfect. This really looks like the shadow of the cone. I like these. I think the more I do it, the better I'm going to get. So that's it for our art study today. Thanks so much for joining me, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a like and leave a comment below because I really love talking to you all in the comments. It brings me so much joy. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you learned something from this study art with me video. I'll see you next time. Take care.